Welcome back to the Main Beam Podcast. It is, what's the date, Brady?
Today, the 18th, I believe.
18th
correct?
of March. We're on episode 15.
16.
16. Wow.
Yeah, episode 16 already.
We're just rolling along.
I know.
Forgot about the last one.
You lost track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I even
No.
upload them.
So Spencer Merton's bringing it in,
Brady Stockman.
and Adam Weaver.
We only got 3 of us here tonight. Landen went snagging, so he's running a little late. He might
And
jump
he
on.
had so much fun snagging.
Yeah.
I think it just ended up being a big shoulder workout with no weights that he caught,
Yeah.
except for the 16-ounce weight on it.
So he might jump on here in a little bit. But it's Monday night. You'll be hearing this on Thursday. So hopefully everyone's having a good Thursday. Episode 16, we don't have any guests tonight. We're kind of just flying by the seat of our pants this evening, doing a little BS session.
Just having fun with it.
Yeah, we got some pretty great guests lined up coming up. So we got some cool future of the podcast.
No sneak peeks.
No, we got one this weekend. If it all works out, that could be pretty big.
Oh, great.
A woman in the industry.
Yeah, we heard a lot of great things about her. So
Yep. So that'll be interesting. But otherwise, what'd you guys do this weekend?
We just we did a little shed hunting, me and Adam, and
I would still say, like, we're finding sheds, but we're also getting photos of
Deer still holding.
tons of bucks
Yeah.
with both antlers.
we put some cameras out this weekend for turkey season coming up. Got some good birds on camera. Hopefully, got something lined up for opening morning.
Yeah, we've talked to several guys so far this year. Even Spencer in Iowa, we were talking to him about it, and even he said about how good the birds were this year. He's like, he has good birds up there, and a lot of the places we have seems like they had a really good hatch last year. So
Everyone I've talked to so far have mentioned they heard gobbles late February and have them everywhere.
yeah,
So-
that's what he was telling us up there. He said it's been the best. Like the last 3 years have been the best turkey season they've had. But also he combated that with they've killed. They started thermal hunting and they've killed a bunch of coons and possums and
Oh, good. Hopefully some skunks.
yeah,
too.
it's the nest predation, I think, is where it starts. I mean, coyotes, I think, play some sort of role in it, but I think if you can get the eggs to hatch out of the nest to where they can fly, the first 2 or 3 weeks, I think their chance of survival after that's like 80%. So I think the
Absolutely.
biggest thing is nest predation, and it seems like everywhere that we've trapped or did some predator control has really good turkey population right now.
I seen 2 coyotes on the way over here tonight.
I had a fox and a coyote. Not a lot of people know this, but I have probably had about 30 chickens that have
30?
30. Yeah, I was like, I counted them like, late summer. I was like, okay, we got like 50, 58, 59 birds. And then I counted them the other day, and I'd known that they've been going, but I haven't known how much and how often that I haven't noticed, because we're still getting a pile of eggs every day. And I think about now I'm down to 29, 30 birds. So, yeah, rounding up 30 chickens over the last 3 or 4 months due to this really fat fox. Well, he wasn't fat. Now he is.
Now he is. He's eating.
Or her. I
He's
mean,
eating high protein diet.
yeah. So I'm gonna have to talk to the local game warden about getting a, I guess what would it be called? Like a
I don't know if you call it a depredation tag or just kind of like a permit just to go ahead and shoot him for livestock.
yeah. I think that's probably it right there. So I'll have to give our buddy Cole a ring and be
Yeah,
like, hey,
Cole.
buddy, I'm gonna
Need
need
to
a little
take-
assistance
I
here.
need to take homeboy out.
I can't wait until November.
Does that fox do it during the day? Or?
So my wife now is 40 weeks and 2 days
days.
pregnant. And
So really pregnant.
very pregnant. She was on our day after on Sunday. So yesterday, from when we were shooting the podcast, yesterday Sunday, she was on the back porch. Spencer and I out having fun, looking for sheds, putting up cameras, and I get a frantic text from her like, he came in the backyard again chasing chickens. I went out there and tried and just shot just to get him to get out of there because my scream wasn't helping. So yeah, he'll show up usually right around 2 to 4 o'clock in the evening. He's in the backyard like scouting out the next chicken. So I got them pinned into a time frame, and I've definitely been waiting. But every time I'm gone, or
How many eggs were you getting a day off of that many chickens?
well, you have to keep in mind, like I go through lineages. So like I hatch, and then they become poults, and then after 25 weeks, they start laying.
Right.
So the most I got, because unfortunately the neighbor dog actually came down and snapped about 10 other chickens' necks, which was another fun thing to experience. But I'd say about 20
eggs.
20 to 24 at our peak. Usually a couple dozen a day popping out. So they're laying like every other day. A lot of them are laying every day, but I got some older hens that still have outsmarted the fox.
What, you eat that many eggs? You give a lot away?
I give a lot away to buddies like you, and then I do eat a
lot.
pile of eggs. Yeah,
He eats like 4 every night.
Yeah, probably more than that, honestly. But my wife, she always asks, like, if she's out and about, because she works a lot whenever she's not pregnant, in the ER as a PA.
What's a PA?
A physician assistant. So that comes in handy when you come home with bumps, bruises, and something that probably needs to get stitched up.
Or you cut your knee with a chainsaw.
Or you cut your knee with a chainsaw like Spencer did. But she's usually out there working, so I'm usually home, and I see a lot of the egg production, and it's we get quite a few, but she's always worried about me not having something to eat, and so I'm always like, I got it covered.
Oh yeah,
it's just eggs, easy.
20 egg omelet.
Yep, that's right. That's right.
That's funny.
And if you ever need chicken, you just
boom, yeah, or just have the neighbor dog come down, crack a neck, and then go from there.
You just wait till 2 or 4 o'clock, and the fox will come get you one.
Dude, 2 to 4 o'clock. I'm gonna have all of us gonna hang out, and we're just gonna scope out the entire property until he shows up, and
we're just gonna be shooting bows, and then he's gonna happen to run by. And
dude, that happened one time. I missed him. Like, it probably was a different fox, but like 2 years ago, I had one run in the backyard, and I had my bow out, and I was like, son of a gun. It was a field point.
Yeah.
I shot, and it went right over his back. It probably like a 40-yard shot. Probably wasn't the best, shot on a small animal at 40 yards, but it went right over the back, and he knew it was up, and it was fox season at the time too. So
it was his time.
Yeah.
I know this is off topic, but when me and Michael went shed hunting last weekend, I think it was or was it this past Friday? Anyway, we went over to that spot right next to where I hunt.
Oh, yeah.
I got permission on. We found one of our buddies across the river's arrow, whole arrow, broadhead, everything, was like 2 miles away from where he was, like where his stand and stuff is. And where
wait, which farm is this? What's it start with?
An L.
Secret farm. Oh yeah. Okay, gotcha.
Hell?
But needless to say,
which farm that I have permission on?
Yeah,
or that I got permission on.
That it's next to.
It starts with a C.
Okay, yeah, I got it. Okay,
so he's up the road.
Yeah,
by the road, probably 2 miles. By crow fly, it's probably a mile.
Right there. Yeah.
So he went a whole mile with an arrow that was fully intact and came out.
Yeah.
Wow.
And well, I mean,
you know where he shot him? Like on a leg or something?
No, I think it was back, like in the ass. So,
well, what deer did he shoot?
This was a couple years ago.
Oh,
but I like literally sent him a picture and a video, and he's like, "Yep, that's my arrow, broadhead and everything."
Wow.
Oh, what the heck? What, did he shoot, a doe or a buck?
No, it was a buck. Just shot it in the ass.
Oh, fuck.
But it was just weird. I was just walking along looking for sheds, and I literally caught the tip of the broadhead. That's all I seen.
Huh, that's
just
weird.
Imagine stepping
So it was under all those leaves?
Well, it was under grass, but...
okay.
Speaking of weird finds like that, remember the picture this year that you got of that, like, 3-pointer with the crossbow bolt sticking out of it?
Yeah, that's not... Or I had a picture...
It was walking around for, like, 2 months after season.
Wow. So. Yeah, I had a picture of an 8-point and on the... what farm? The K farm. And there was a... Probably... It was late September, and you could see, I'll have to pull it up here, you could see a 3-blade broadhead through the leg. You just see a massive wound from it. Oh, it was like, I mean, that bow and that arrow was aimed, I don't know where the heck it was aimed, but it went perfectly like through the leg where it didn't, like the deer was fine. It was walking around fine. I mean, it looked gnarly, but it was walking fine.
It's crazy how resilient they are to to wounds and stuff like that.
Well, it's crazy, because after he shot that deer, it had flooded twice, and the water didn't take the arrow. Like, because it's in prime floodplain area.
If anything, it probably actually got deeper into the grass.
Probably.
Getting
I mean,
wedged
yeah.
into it, right? Yeah.
But it's just weird how fast that
Well,
river
with the
runs.
lack of rain we've had the last 3 years, it probably hadn't flooded, in all honesty.
Well, it did flood that following year. It may have been longer than 2 years ago.
Yeah.
But it's just weird how it just was rolled over, and all I could see was a red broadhead.
Ain't that something? Well, you keep it?
Yeah. Well, I haven't. It's at the house.
Use it again.
Yep.
It looked like the broadhead's been smashed against a couple of rocks.
Yeah, I'd say so. Probably some bones.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. So speaking of doing some turkey scouting and stuff, I don't know if Landen got his in yet or not. I got my South Dakota tag in like 2 days ago.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's coming up.
Wait, when does South Dakota season happen? When do you guys?
April 27th.
Are you all going early or late?
I think early. But I don't know. I'm not sure.
It's just me and you, Spencer. We'll get it done.
I'm not sure yet because
I'm telling you.
they
The
said
guy I know said go late,
yeah, they said if you go early, you're going to be hunting birds in the snow.
which
Yeah.
would be cool.
Yeah, which is it's whenever you see like Mossy Oak and stuff, they post pictures of like birds strutting in the snow. And
You'll
stuff.
have to wear your Hurricane Marsh,
White hoodie.
White hoodie.
Yeah.
Yeah, right there.
So I don't know. It's going to be an interesting hunt. I don't know anything about the black. I know there's a lot of land like the Black Hills where we're going. There's different sections there that we can hunt. There's like 2 million acres of public ground in the Black Hills there. So we got a lot of ground to hunt and a lot of ground to cover, but I'm
You
sure
might find some tine sticking up out of the snow.
that's what I'm hoping, some sheds
Some elk.
maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Muleys.
We'll
That'd be
see.
cool.
Yeah, I'm hoping some.
You've
muleys.
never found a muley shed, have you? Or an
Shit,
elk
we can
shed.
hardly find deer shed.
Yeah, right now.
No, I don't think I have. In Colorado this year, I didn't find any
Did you and Landon find any this weekend?
sheds.
Yeah.
A couple. I mean, nothing crazy. I mean, a couple decent ones, and which we were doing a bunch of timber work. Actually, this is cool. So I'll tell you this story real quick. So we were doing a bunch of cedar work with Alan this weekend. Thinning out cedars, just a complete overgrown cedar patch, complete desert underneath of it, no sunlight getting to the forest floor. Came in, we picked about a 2-acre section, and
Leveled it?
no, we didn't level it. We did about a 50, call it 50%. This tree stayed, cut this one. This tree stayed, cut this one. We're going to see what it does for a year, just to get deer kind of flowing through it again.
You guys pulled all the trees out, gonna burn them later or what?
Nope, left them lay.
Okay.
We'll leave them lay this year, go in next year, do probably another like 40%. So leave, 10% of the trees standing that were originally there 2 years ago is about what it should be when we're done. Run a fire through it, burn the skeletons up, and get a good native grass coming up. We'll have to go in and spray like the multiflora rose and
Oh yeah.
different. We'll have to maintain it a lot, but I think it'll definitely be beneficial because all his deer will lay closer to his
Right.
food. Which
You
is,
get some good footage or any footage of the
no, we didn't film a whole lot just because we were limited on time. We only had one day to really get done what we needed, so we
gotcha.
just put our heads to the ground and.
It'd be cool to see a before and after, especially
Yeah.
if I can make it up.
Yeah,
there.
I got some phone pictures and stuff. I'll have to do some before and after stuff. But where the story was going was Alan found a shed when he was up there a few weeks ago, and off of a deer, and it had it has a split two, and the split two was broken early in the season. So the deer had plenty of time to like rub around, and it kind of rounded off where he broke his split, and he broke about 6 or 7 inches off the split. And so when he found the shed, we were like, dang, I wonder, how big that split actually was, just to kind of get a score estimate on the deer. And so when we were cutting cedars this weekend, I shit you not, in the middle of the thickest stuff, I don't know how the deer got in there. I found that broken split.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, about 6 inches. I knew as soon as I seen it, we were dropping trees and whatever. Alan had walked right over top of it, and I turned around and I looked down and I was like, what the hell? And I picked it up and I was like, there's this broken split right there. And he sent us a picture later, and it had his broken split
That's
matched up.
awesome.
Yeah, it was
That is
so
cool.
it was pretty cool. But other than that, no, we didn't. I mean, we just kind of piddled around and went and met a Spencer Hall up at his place, and he showed us around his farm, and we did a little bit of stuff with him. So shout out to him for letting us come by and check out his place. It was pretty neat to see the operation they got going on and talk to him. So I'd like to have him on the podcast. He's honestly a wealth of knowledge, and farmed so much ground up there that he kind of, he knows big deer. So I'd like to have him on. But otherwise, no, Iowa, I'd say it was a success this weekend as far as the habitat management goes, and got a lot accomplished. So looking forward to, even the cedars we cut, I think will be good for good turkey nesting habitat, or obviously there'll be a lot of rabbits in it. It'll be good rabbit hunting next year, but deer, looking forward to deer season. I think it's going to be killer next year up there.
Awesome.
Yeah. A lot of good stuff to come up there, I think. And Landen's got, I want to say 3 or 4 points. So he's going to be a year or two away from drawing a tag, which we won't hunt Allen's. I mean, it's, his ground. I'm not going to butt in up there. We're just, helping him do work, getting his stuff in shape. So hopefully when he draws a tag up there, we'll be on something.
Oh yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of not a lot of public, actually. There's very little public in Iowa. So what public there is, I don't know. I've heard like good and bad things about Iowa public. Like some people are like, oh, it's better than like some of the lease stuff I have. And then other people are like, oh, come to Iowa. Like the public's not, So I don't know. We're going to give it a whirl here in about 2 years on some public stuff.
Man, you only know if you go try it yourself.
Yeah, that's it. More or less just get our feet wet in it and kind of see what it's all about.
Yeah, that's a kind of a change of pace when you come to Missouri and you got, I don't know how many tens of thousands of public land that we have here. So
yeah, man,
benefit is, it's right up the road from a lot of us, and it's a 30-minute drive to go to about 12,000 different acres of, especially in central Missouri, of public hunting ground. And there's a lot of big deer, a lot of nice turkey.
Mark Twain around here. I mean, Missouri's got a lot of public. I mean, we get hammered with non-residents, but we have a lot of public not even deer hunting public. We have, like, as far as like waterfowl hunting goes, we got a lot of public for waterfowl too.
Yeah, we do.
Missouri's got a lot of public opportunity. The only thing, which we bitch about it all the time, but I wish our non-residents would just be cut down a little bit.
Maybe a tad.
Yeah, and that's not necessarily because of the deer they shoot, which, I mean, it is like partially if you come here, I wish you'd hold out for a decent deer. But I understand you come from out of state, you want to shoot something, but I wish it would give an opportunity to some of the residents of Missouri, like the opportunity to hunt some ground that, and it not be pressured so much from non-residents. Like us, we're fortunate we get to hunt private ground. You hunt a lot of public though, Adam.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I mean, it gets hammered in rifle season, and most of them are non-residents.
It can, but if you know public land, and you know how the deer act on public land, especially around certain times of the season. I'm not going to reveal all my tips and tricks, but you just know when to go and when not to go. Yeah. Like, I'll give you this one tip. Opening weekend, don't go on public land unless you're in a spot that,
If you do, you better wear orange.
Yeah. Wear orange. And I remember Addie and I my wife and I, we went to a spot because there was a big, and I did end up seeing this big deer. I've only seen him on the hoof.
Yeah.
And saw him once early season, and then November hit, and he was hot on a doe. I mean, big deer. And that's the only reason I was there that day. And I saw him, and I just couldn't get a shot off on him. But that morning, my wife's like, we split up. She goes, I can hear bucks fighting. I'm like, that ain't bucks fighting. That's somebody antlers up the ridge. Because she's like, it just happened again. I'm like, yeah, they're not fighting. If you hear them come down, you make sure you put more orange up on a tree or something. Yeah. So Yeah, that was rough to have her experience that, but I do
Yeah.
appreciate her patience with me going to that specific spot to hunt a.
That's why he
breed.
sent her there so he can go.
Yeah, he said
Well-
you go sit over here and just keep people
You
away.
may see something.
I'm gonna go hunt this big bastard.
Thing is, she was closer to the big boy than I was, because on our way out, that's where he was. He was probably 300 yards from the truck.
Yeah,
Maybe that far
they're
away
not.
from the truck.
Which I know in my head where you were, but they're not stupid on that public. I mean, a lot of people try and go deep on that stuff, and sometimes, man, they're right off the parking lot. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. You just hope that when you go to the parking lot, no one points a gun at you, because I think you're a deer.
Yeah, that did happen to Adam one time.
Yeah, it was a
But,
good time. Good time.
Dude, speaking of like weird spots where like whitetail get killed, whenever we were on Spencer's farm, Iowa Spencer, not Missouri Spencer, this weekend, he was showing us some different spots where he's killed some of his deer and stuff. And I guess we don't have enough viewers to really give away. Obviously, if people know, I guess they'll know. But one of his spots he hunted, there's a road, and all the deer. I swear, I was walking past and I looked at a stand. I'm like, what in the hell? There's no way I'd hunt there. It's like 20 yards off the road, and just the way the land laid, that pinched, like he's got like 4 deer over 180 out of the stand, like 20 yards off the road. Just walk right by us.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah,
One
it's I
day.
don't know. It's weird how close some of them actually get to I guess call it civilization or human activity, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's pretty cool. But I say we talk a little bit of fishing.
Yeah.
Fishing
What?
They are biting.
season's coming up.
They are biting right now.
No, well, farm ponds a little bit,
Yeah.
but I know Dad's been doing a little fishing, and it's still hit and miss. But snagging season opened, well, the 15th, so Friday, I think. And already, I think it was on Truman. Someone caught the world record.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 164 pounds.
164-pound spoonbill.
Yeah.
I saw that photo come across my social media from the Missouri Department of Conservation.
Yeah.
I
That's
mean, the
crazy.
dude was big, and
Yeah,
that
yeah.
fish looked
Was big.
Yeah.
They said they sent the jaw off to figure out how old it was.
Yeah, I wonder. I mean, what are you guys' guess? I don't even know.
How do you even age a
bi-
fish?
I was gonna say spoonbill are one of them they're like sturgeon. I don't know how long they live. I mean, it could be I don't know.
It could be 100-year-old.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'd say could it be a 60, 50, 60, 70-year-old fish? Well, hell, when the hell was the lake even made, I guess, would be my first question.
I mean, yeah, it's
Couldn't tell you that either.
Is
But I
the
mean-
lake 100 years old?
that's a
I
good
would
point.
say.
At
No,
least right?
1920s? Was it there in the 20s?
Yeah, 100 years old, I think.
I don't know. I'm gonna look that up.
We'll have to look that up.
I'd like to know when the lake was actually. I should know that.
Lake
but
of the Ozarks
yeah.
or Truman? 'Cause
Well-
was it called a Truman or the Lake of the Ozarks?
Truman.
It was
Right.
called on Truman.
I want to say.
How long's Truman been there versus the lake?
That's what I thought you were looking up.
Oh, okay, I'll look it up.
You'd think at the lake something like that would have been. Well, I don't know. Maybe not. I'd be curious. But 160-pound fish. Holy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the size of an average
originally
man.
named Casinger Bluff Dam, the reservoir. Construction began in August of 1964 on the Harry S. Truman Dam Reservoir.
So if it was caught at Truman, and I mean,
So
that's
it
what we're
would be
saying.
64, 1970. It was completed.
Holy moly. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, still old. So let me look at when the Lake of the Ozarks was made. Then
You think it was before or after?
I don't know. Yeah, so Lake of the Ozarks was created by Bagnell Dam, which began August 8th, 1929. So
So either way, if it was at
the
Truman or
Lake of the
Lake-
Ozarks is way older than Truman.
So this prehistoric beast is at least anywhere from what 60, 70 to
Yeah, I
100
mean,
years old.
yeah, potentially. I was gonna say I don't know how long.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think, how long does it take a fish to get big?
I mean that would mean
I don't know.
You know, let's just say he was a young lad whenever the Lake of the Ozarks had started. He had to gain like 1.5 pounds a year to get to that weight and then some. But if he was on Truman, and this is just to say he was one of the first ones there, he's gaining what?
Well, I
few
think
pounds
that
a
I think
year?
the department reintroduced spoonbill to the lake.
Well, that adds another factor into
Yeah,
it.
so I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I just know I don't know. It's hard to believe 164 pounds.
Wow.
That's. I mean, I'm sure I'd hate to see like the biggest, even like catfish, like the biggest blue cat in the lake. I don't know, but I don't. It'd be interesting to see when it comes back how old of a fish it actually is. I think
Be like 20 years old.
yeah, probably 5 years old. The biggest one I caught was like 82 pounds or
And
something.
that's a stud.
Yeah, and it was a giant, big old mama. And I don't know. I couldn't tell you how old it is, but
Do you eat spoonbill?
oh yeah, they're good. They don't have any. They're like a shark. They don't have no no bones. It's all cartilage. Yeah, it's pretty neat. They're interesting fish.
I stick to crappie.
Yeah, but like a
Crappie and catfish.
like a crappie in the lake. How old is a 9-inch? Like 9 inches, you're legal. What you can keep. How old do you think a 9-inch fish is? 2 years old.
Year and a half, 2 years.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe. You gotta think when when the fish start spawning, you catch them really little ones. Do you think those are a year old, or do you think that
They're 6 months old.
like I'm talking like 6-inch crappie?
Yeah, they're probably. I don't know. I'm gonna look.
That's another good.
I know I looked it up one time, and I think a 9-inch fish on the Lake of the Ozarks is
Probably 2.
a 2-year-old fish. I'm pretty sure.
You know, I need to bring in one of my buddies. He's a wildlife biologist, and he would. I'm gonna text him right now. Actually, he would get a kick out of telling us all these fun facts because he.
We might have to wait till spawning season for him to come on. Like when the crappie are really on it. Because when spawning season comes around, it's hard to miss a good turkey hunt to go catch a limited crappie.
Yeah, we'll have to.
Or go kill a turkey and then go catch a limited crappie.
That's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do.
My boat's almost done, so we're almost there.
Oh yeah, how much work you got down on it?
I got a mount and one graph, and then a transducer, and then get some stickers for the carpet, and then I'm ready to roll.
Oh heck
Start
yeah.
making fishing videos.
Yeah, you were showing me some of those logos you're gonna put in the carpet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's gonna get one of our TBO logo in the.
Oh, awesome!
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty.
It's gonna
clean.
look sick. It's gonna be the best logo out there.
Yeah, dude. Speaking of logos, so the shout out to Drake because I'll have him send me a picture. Like once he gets completely done with it, we'll have to post some. He's making some badass like signed mirror. I guess I don't even know what to call them. I'll show you a picture of him here in a minute. But so he CNC's glass for like as his job. So he took the TBO logo and put it on CAD and took like this gray black mirror and cut our logo into it, and then he's gonna like put a frame on it and like backlight it. It's sick looking already.
I need to see
No,
that.
it's insane. Like,
Well, the logo it's just a cool thing. Like honestly, we need to probably make some production of that because it's a pretty cool logo.
yeah, I'll have him. Well, here I'll show you real quick. But he, oh, my phone's getting nasty feedback. Right here,
What do we got? Oh wow, who did this?
Drake and Iowa.
Drake did that.
Yeah,
Dude, Drake's an artiste.
that's sick, ain't it?
Holy moly, dude, that is so cool.
He's gonna put like frames on them and backlight them and stuff. Yeah, they're gonna be sick. I want to.
How many can he make?
I don't know. He's got 2 right now. We're gonna put probably one at the lake and one for like set one up on the podcast thing. But
Dude.
he'll make more. I'm sure.
Badass.
Yeah,
That is cool.
It's sick. So
Yeah, I need one.
he said they look good on video, but he said wait till like we actually see them in person. He said they're clean.
That's awesome.
I'm excited to see them. We
Miss that guy.
Yeah, I know. They've been killing some snow geese. They killed quite a few this weekend, and then I ought to just go get my cord and call him real quick, honestly. But they've been shooting some snow geese. I think they still got snow geese up there now. Probably when this launches Thursday, they'll still have snow geese up there. Should I go call him?
Yeah, let's call Drake.
I'll run up to my truck.
Yeah.
Should I pause it real quick?
Yeah, give it a quick pause. We'll be
Okay,
right back
we'll
after
be right
a
back.
quick Drake break. All right, we got Drake on the podcast.
Yeah, we're back. We had to take a little break. I had to go get my phone so I could plug Drake in, but we got Drake on the phone now. So, Drake, what's up, buddy?
Oh, not much. How you guys doing?
Pretty good, man. We were just talking about you mowing some snow geese down, taking some sick pictures, and making pretty cool mirrors for us, I think.
Oh yeah, I'm doing my best. Those mirrors are pretty sweet. I'm excited to get them finished for you guys.
Yeah, dude. That's what I've been showing Spencer and Adam, which Landen was snagging today, so he's not here. But I was showing them the video you sent and whatever, and they were like, "Oh my god, I can't believe it! It looks good."
Yeah, dude, we need to mass produce those.
Yeah, we
And,
need to make like 200 of them and sell them $1 million a piece.
Yeah, exactly. And then we can get all the hunting leases and property we want.
Yeah.
I feel like we could probably make a couple of them.
So yeah, Drake, you get on that. That's all we wanted to talk about with you today. And
Oh yeah, the buy. That's it. Now what? You guys tear the snow geese up this weekend?
We did all right. I think we ended with 52 on Sunday, and I think they shot 10 the day before.
Damn, 52's not bad.
that's a
No, not at all.
pile of geese.
And you still got a pile of them around there, don't you?
Yeah, there's quite a few. We're finding more and more. We've been kind of branching off a little bit. They're finding some in kind of oddball places, and I think Steve was watching 2,000 to 5,000 a night, and I think another buddy of ours got on quite a few more.
Oh, very
that's
cool.
good news. Juvie still?
Lots of juvies, but we're starting to get a lot of Rosses.
Oh, sick. The Rossies always do it dirty. They'll add some numbers up quick.
Yeah, no, they definitely do. I think most of the birds Steve found earlier today were Rosses and juvies.
Nice.
Yeah.
You guys going north? I guess is Nick headed north already?
No, Nick's heading north Friday after work.
Friday after work.
Steve, Nick, and I were actually talking earlier today. We were talking about what's going to happen with this oncoming snowstorm coming next week.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's supposed to get chilly and snow up there next week, so I don't know. It's gonna end up like last year. Probably gonna have a decent pushback of them. Yeah,
Nick was saying he's got friends in central North Dakota, and it's all locked up there right now. So with this snow and everything, if it's gonna be like they predict it, we're thinking the snow line's just gonna be north of us, and Nick's not gonna come much further than us, and he's gonna hunt with us.
Now you want me? Now you got me wanting to come up.
I was gonna say you guys are welcome whenever.
I know we got so much stuff going on, but I might have to try and make it up their date.
Yeah, when does season end?
Whenever the birds are gone.
Oh, really?
I think our season ends. I want to say April. No, it's not April. It's maybe the last day of April. Let me pull up.
Yeah.
I might have a time to sneak up there then maybe.
You're going to have a baby. You ain't going
Adam's
nowhere.
going to have a baby any day, and he's like, I might have a weekend to snag. I might have a weekend to snow goose hunt.
I'll tell my wife not to listen to this part of the podcast.
Yeah. So, hey, I
got a business trip. I got to go.
At about 32 minutes in, turn it off.
Yeah.
No, heck yeah. What else you been up to?
Oh, not much. Just been doing snows, making that mirror for you guys, and honestly, just staying busy. Just got back from New Mexico.
Oh, yeah, dude. Tell us a little bit about New Mexico, because the pictures you sent me, which you took some badass pictures out there, which was really cool, but looked like you guys had a hell of a time.
Yeah, we definitely had an experience. I will say that. We ended up rolling up to the spot, which was south central New Mexico, and within 15 minutes we saw one of the sheep we were hunting, which are called barberries, and we were like, all right, this we got all pumped up and everything, and we ended up losing that sheep pretty quick, and then we spent the entire week trying to find more. We found out from a local there was kind of a mass culling event from New Mexico Fish and Game to help reintroduce desert bighorns in that area. So they kind of killed all the barberries. So we were hunting like a population of like 10 sheep in like 34,000 acres.
Oh
my gosh.
That's tough.
Yeah.
I think I would have came home.
Did you say you saw one or?
Yeah, we saw one. We ended up like rolling up to the spot, and we were like, oh, we'll just, get the glass out real quick, kind of check out the terrain. And we saw one like first 15 minutes of being in the place.
And
that'll get your
10% of the population in the first 15 minutes. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially for 34,000 acres.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there was more than 10, but so we had ended up getting a little bit of local knowledge from a friend of my boss's, and he was saying there was a herd of ewes in one of the canyons and one ram outside the canyon. I'm sure there's more, but that's all that he knew about at that time.
yeah, definitely a seemed like a cool experience, especially like just over the counter tag just to try it. Like,
Oh yeah. No,
uh,
over the counter tag, I mean, I've been to a lot of cool places, but that's one of the more unique places.
yeah,
Those
go ahead.
Oh, go
Sorry.
ahead. No, the canyons, and we ended up going up top for a couple days and hanging out in Lincoln National Forest and going from the deserts because we were right outside White Sands National Park, which is this ginormous gypsum desert. So it's like the stuff your drywall is made out of. So it's just this white sand.
Oh,
We were right outside that, and we were hunting these giant canyons, and to go from dry desert nothingness to like what looks like Colorado. I mean, it was crazy.
oh, that's wild. And then you guys found a pretty nice elk deadhead, didn't you?
Yeah, a little 5x5. I actually was showing one of my buddies that today. Yeah, no, we found that 5x5 when we were doing a little bit of shed hunting, but we were trying to honestly find barberries and get a good scout kind of on a new position. We were up in Lincoln National Forest, and we found that about 2.5 miles in.
Was it a this year deadhead or?
It's not chalky yet, so we're thinking it died in the fall.
Okay, gotcha. And what,
Yep.
what were you using to hunt?
What was I using?
Yeah.
I was using my Christensen Mesa 7 mag, 7 millimeter M mag.
Yeah, he's got
Oh,
a beautiful.
That'll reach out and touch.
Yeah,
Something.
it's now it says triple beam on the
Yeah,
Oh,
dude.
yeah, that's
Dude,
sick.
you gotta tell that story. How
Yeah.
he's got the bolt. He's got the spiral fluted bolt of his gun engraved with
Yeah.
triple beam on it. It's so sick.
Yeah, so we were hanging out, and we ended up meeting this local. Well, I guess I can't really call him a local, but he's a local. He lives there, and he's been in the Air Force for about 10 years, stationed in the town we were in. And we met him, and he was like, "Well, how about you?" He's like, "I just because he was not a big fan of the local population, so he's like, "How about you, boy? Just come back to my place. We'll watch some movies, cook some dinner." And well, we ended up going back to his place, and this guy's badass. That's no other way to put it. He had everything and everything. And we ended up, one of the last things he showed us, he had a CNC laser engraver in his spare bedroom, and he was
His
like, "You guys,
spare
you want to
bedroom.
engrave?" Yeah. Yeah, no, this guy was awesome.
And so anything else you get etched, or you just got the gun, or what?
I didn't have my truck, and we had ended up it was our last night there, so we got a hotel room. So all my stuff was in the hotel room, and the only thing that I had that was metal was my shotgun and that gun. So I got that gun engraved.
Oh, I didn't know if
Yeah,
you got
dude,
like an
it's-
interesting
No,
ass tattoo.
it's pretty sick. Like it's Nat's ass on the flute of the.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
cool.
it's so cool. I was like, what?
Yeah.
He sent us a video of it in our group, and I was like, what the hell? I was like, how the hell did you get that done?
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, super, super sick. But and then you guys seen some different ducks and a couple javelinas down there too, didn't you?
Oh yeah. So the ducks. So we saw like a big old flock of widgeons, probably like 30 to 40 widgeon, and then there was one snow goose on the golf course, just hanging out in the middle of the desert. But we ended up doing some scouting, and we ended up going down into a different unit, and it's a giant active missile range. So they weren't shooting while we were there, but
So
like
that's
you
how
can
they
see,
culled back all those.
Yeah, they started
Okay.
missiling all the
Yeah.
all
as,
dads.
as the legend goes, they actually took helicopters and machine guns and went through the canyons and just mowed all the barberries down. But that's speculation.
Oh my gosh! Wow, yeah. I think the mortar one's cooler to think about.
Oh, 100%.
Incoming.
yeah, so-
Yeah.
If you looked off in the distance, like right off this road, I mean, they had like bank tanks and everything, and like old tanks and cars and like just all these missile
What?
targets and everything.
That's so cool. Yeah, you had a heck of a trip.
Oh yeah, it was beyond unique. But we were driving down this road, and we looked over, and there was like 15 javelina off the side of the road, and my buddies were with us, did not know that javelinas existed, so they thought they found a bunch of razorbacks.
Really small razorbacks.
Yeah. So they got really excited for a minute. They're like, "Oh my God, there's feral hogs, there's razorbacks," and they were, razorbacks, and they were getting all excited about it. And I was like, "No, put the guns away. They're javelinas.
Yeah. Don't shoot.
Yeah, don't shoot, not pigs."
Did you speaking of getting ready to shoot things, we've been talking a little bit about spring turkey hunting. Have you guys had a chance to even scout for turkeys out there? Or?
We've been so busy with snow geese. I've been doing a little bit of turkey scouting. I've been checking out. I got a bunch of property in southern Iowa. I've been watching a little bit of it. But while we've been snow goose hunting, we actually were hunting this property right next to this big public timber, and we were hearing gobbles like nobody's business.
Oh yeah, dude.
What time of the day? Like all day or?
Yeah,
morning.
Morning.
Morning,
Yeah.
yeah.
The first,
Yeah, we turned.
Go ahead.
Oh, we actually turned the e-collar on, and the shock gobbled to the e-collar.
Yeah. So the funny thing was the first time or the first morning we ever, I think, did we honker hunt up there? I don't know if we were snow goose hunting or honker hunting. I think we were snow goose hunting. And we set a small spread with like you, Steve, maybe Big Country and Alan that morning. And the whole time we were setting the spread that morning, there were turkeys gobbling. And it would have been early March, like last year up there. So yeah, Iowa's got a lot of birds. Just got to find them, like anywhere. Yeah. But dude, did you see someone snagged the world record spoonbill? I think it was on Truman. We've been talking about it a little bit. 164 pound spoonbill.
I just come across that. I was cleaning snow geese actually when you guys called me, but I had run across that right before I had hopped on started cleaning these birds. That thing is massive.
Yeah, so big.
Yeah. Crazy. You guys ever snag those things?
Yeah, the biggest one that I've snagged is like 82 pounds. Landen was snagging today, but
and then to snag something double the size.
Yeah, and so I mean, we have a pretty decent year. Geezer's barking upstairs. Usually we have pretty decent year, and we'll snag. I don't know, between me, Landon, Dad, and Floyd, we'll probably snag 5 or 10 fish, depending on the year and how much we go.
What's the limit? Is it per day? There's a limit, or what's?
Yeah, I think you're allowed 2 or 3 a day.
So there's a good population out there then.
Yeah, I mean, the MDC does a really good job keeping the numbers decent, and they're gonna have to change it, I would say, in the next year or two with live scope though, because people are just smoking them with live scope.
You will see it all.
Yeah, I mean, it used to be whenever we were younger and doing it, it was just luck of pulling on it. They didn't have the divers. Like, there's these things called dipsy divers, which instead of how I was telling you pre-podcast about that, like just pulling on the rod, well, you can put these big discs on the end of it, and they're called dipsy divers. So you control it like 7 or 8 miles an hour, and it does. You don't have to touch the rod; it just snags. And whenever the rod bends, you got a fish or the bottom or whatever. So
now you can snag about anything though, right? I mean,
we've snagged catfish, carp. I mean, it's honestly more rare than you think though. Like, you would think just pulling treble hooks through the water, you would like snag crappie or catfish a lot, but it's honestly pretty rare that we do.
Interesting. Drake, have you ever done any of that?
I have not. I've never had the opportunity to.
Well, you got to come down. That's going to be your next adventure, snagging.
That'd be awesome.
Just let me know.
Yeah, dude. I've been threatening the last couple of years to take a guide. So like, there's a bunch of people that come and guide on Truman and the lake. It's like $150 for the day, but like everyone says it's pretty stellar. Like
that's worth it. 150.
Yeah, it's $150 a day, and like there's like a 90% like rate of filling like all the, like they take 4 people, and I think your limit's whatever, like
2 a day, so 8.
Yeah, 2 or 3.
Fish.
Yeah, and they usually snag all of them. So I honestly wouldn't mind taking a guide. $50 a piece for a tip or whatever, $200, and you could go and whatever. So I've been thinking about that, but I don't know if we will this year.
I actually got a group of buddies on Ozarks right now snagging. They're a part of an outdoor organization that helps vets, like disabled vets, go hunting and stuff. They're down there for a fundraiser snagging.
Really? That's neat. You might have to give me their number.
Yeah.
I'd like to have them on.
Yeah, exactly what I was thinking.
Cool.
Yeah, I can definitely help you out with that one.
Is it the Movet Outdoors?
No, they're up here. They're called True Impact Outdoors.
True Impact. Okay. I know there's a group around here. It's like Movet. I think it's called Movet Outdoors or something. And they do a lot with like the guys I know anyways, they've taken them like thermal hunting and different stuff,
No, yeah.
guys in chairs. So
Yeah, these
that's
guys,
cool.
they're partnered with one of the kind of our local like pheasant clubs. So they do a couple pheasant hunts every year, bass tournament down in the Ozarks. They go
Nice.
snagging, they do some coyote hunting, and then their big thing is they do a deer hunt at one of our state parks every year. The DNR is giving them like special permission to hunt the state park, and they go hunt the state park every single year. And yeah,
Nice. That's cool.
They do that down at Truman too.
Oh, do they?
Hmm.
Oh, damn. Yeah, that's cool.
Maybe not every year, but they have done it before.
Man, there's so many different programs and people out there of either disabled vets or disabled people in general, or even just, different groups that take out people hunting. So that is cool. We need to start one. We'll take them snow goose hunting.
Oh yeah. Yeah. How many more snow geese you got to clean tonight?
Oh, I think I got like 9 left. I only took a couple.
Oh, I got you. We wish we had that problem.
Yeah. Yeah, Missouri is out of geese.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what Mr. Nick Locke was saying earlier. He was saying there was like nothing left on the refuges when he was checking.
No, I need to give Nick a call. Speaking of him, I know. Well, he came and got our. I guess from your house he got our 4-wheeler.
Yep.
He was going to take it up there, but yeah, I haven't talked to Nick in about a week or two, so I'll have to give him a call and see what he's been up to. Oh, Nick.
Yeah. Well,
Nicholas.
Drake, thanks for letting us bother your goose
course.
cleaning time to come on for just a few moments tonight.
Yeah,
of course, yeah.
We were talking so much about you, we just had to get you on.
Well, I appreciate it. You guys are more than welcome to call me anytime. I'd actually like to tell you, like at least you and Landon and Brady or whatever, Adam, at least tell the whole New Mexico story, either on the podcast or with you guys. I think you guys would enjoy it.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
No, dude, we'll have to get up there. If you come down here to snag, hopefully, we'll have to get you on and do one because I'd like to hear like the whole experience about it. And I've already got to see some of the pictures you've taken, and the whole trip looked like it was a really, really cool.
Your
experience.
photography skills have, I already saw your stuff when you kind of first started. And
Oh,
now it's like, oh my gosh, dude.
You
Like,
talking shit on?
Are you saying he sucked?
Yeah.
no,
You
What do you
started
say?
out like
It wasn't
shit.
great.
it's just he's gotten more than just lakes and ducks now. He's got all sorts of crazy stuff going.
Drake's branching out.
Well, I appreciate it, boys.
Well, Drake, we'll let you go, buddy. Like I said, we just had to give you a call. I ain't talked to you here in a while, so like I said, appreciate
good.
you coming on.
Yeah.
We'll let you get back to cleaning your snow geese, and hopefully you have a great night. Tell the rest of the fellas we said hello.
Will do. You too.
Thanks, Drake.
See you, buddy.
Bye.
See ya.
Awesome. So I'm glad we had a chance to get Drake on the line. I look forward to talking to him here in the next, hopefully, month or two for snagging and turkey hunting.
Yeah, man. We got a little turkey trip planned up there, so look forward to. Oh, Landon's finally here, but like I said, Landon's got his Iowa turkey tag, so we look forward to getting up there with him and Alan and see if we can't knock down a couple birds and produce a decent video from Iowa.
Absolutely. So what's planned for the next week at least?
More scouting.
Yeah, I was gonna say kind of just more scouting. I think.
Put up some ground blinds.
Yeah, I need that. I need to put that down in my reminders or I'll forget.
Yeah, if Saturday, if everything works out like it should, we'll probably be podcasting with the special guest. Hopefully, if everything works out, but if not, we'll just be doing some turkey scouting and seeing what kind of.
Might try to go fishing.
Yeah, I say we might try and fish or snag or do something productive.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. And
Otherwise-
I'll have a baby, so
Yeah, Adam will be. He'll have a little baby child with him.
yeah, we're a little future youth hunter. So
Yep.
well,
Can't wait to meet your kid.
yeah, Landon just made it.
Sir,
Hey.
he just rolled on. We just got off the phone with Drake.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we called Drake for like 10 or 15 minutes. He was telling us about New Mexico.
I think I made a mistake to go snagging today, boys.
Yeah, tell us about it. How are those shoulders feeling?
I woke up this morning, and whenever the real feel showed 15 degrees outside, and it was going to get a high of not over 40 degrees, and the wind was going to be 30 miles an hour, I should have said, "Yep, I'm
Yeah.
going to go to work."
You look little.
Windburn.
Windburned. Yeah.
I promise you, it ain't sunburn.
Yeah.
Was there many boats with them? Well, I realized whenever it's like the third day of snagging season, and we pull up to the boat ramp, and there's 2 trucks there, and the whole lot's empty. That it's probably a good reason why no one's out there.
Yeah.
It's too early. I'd say they're all.
It was just cold.
Well, not only that, but you know how early it is. It seems like they're all farther down the lake, and
We were high on the lake, and the thing is, a lot of when the water gets warmer and they release or they run some water, them spoonbill head up the lake, like they're coming up a river to spawn, is what they head up river.
Right.
And so it's so cold, and the water temperature's not. The water temperature's 50.1, I think. They were running some water, but the spoonbill are really spread out. So we seen fish on the fish finder, but you were seeing like 1 to 2 fish, and instead of groups of 20. So it wasn't.
Gotcha.
You're trying to snag 1 or 2 fish versus coming through 15 to 20, and they just weren't schooled up, so your odds aren't there, and we just didn't do any good. But I did learn that the new state record spoonbill was caught on the Lake of the Ozarks.
Oh, see, we've been
was.
saying Truman this whole podcast.
No.
Well, that
was the
there's
lake.
The guy
there's
was
it
from
down.
Kansas that caught him. It took a guide. I think it had either never been snagging before, or I can't say they've never been fishing, but never been snagging before. Took this guide or whatever and snagged that 160. I think it was 164.8 pounds.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
what we've been saying.
So, but it was on the Lake of the Ozarks. Couldn't tell you, what mile marker or anything. But
Fuck.
pretty impressive.
Yeah,
But
that's pretty insane.
if you snag like we do, then there's probably another one growing out there. 'Cause
Yeah,
we
I called Brady.
we
And
ain't
I was,
putting a hurting on any
I
of
was
them.
like, when are we doing the podcast? And Brady's like, well, Landen probably ain't showing up. And I was like, well, why? He's like, he's been out, going for spoonbill all day. I'm like, well, hell, I want to come work for you. He goes, yeah, we're hiring now.
Yeah, no, it. I don't know. Snagging's one of them things we don't do it enough to really like figure it out or spend a whole lot of time doing it. I'd like to do it a little more than we have been. We've just been so busy the last.
Yeah, we have
couple
so
years.
much extra time. So
I haven't been snagging in 2 years.
Yeah, it's
And the last time that I actually snagged a fish is probably. It seemed like I've been one time the previous year, so 2 years ago, and we didn't snag anything. The previous year prior to that, so 3 to 4 years ago.
oh my.
I don't know how long ago. It's been a while, but
There was a 1 year where we just
Every-
fucking sucked at it bad. That's all. That's the only thing we could
yeah,
say.
no, that's been like 3 years in a row. But the year that I'm talking about, I don't know what we were doing, and we didn't even know what the hell we were doing. But every time we went out, we were catching fish.
Yeah, there was.
I can't say catching; we were snagging
Yeah,
fish.
we had a stretch where we went like 4 weekends in a row, and every time we went, we snagged like 6 fish.
Yeah, we'd
It
like
was
limit
stupid.
out every time, and they were all,
Big
keepers.
fish. Yeah, they were all big fish.
Because the fish has to be on the Lake of the Ozarks or Truman. It has to be 34 inches from the eye to the fork of the tail.
yeah, that's right.
But on on rivers, it's 32, which I don't know why whip-de-doo 2 inches, but
Maybe the difference in 1 year, I guess. I don't know.
I guess if you're talking about us, 2 inches is a lot.
I wish Drake was still on for that. Oh my god. He's gonna laugh his ass off when he watches or listens to it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Just but
Speaking
that's what
of-
it is. It's
Go ahead.
2 inch difference between the rivers and the lake. But
I was gonna say
we
speaking of
snagged the heck out of them that 1 year.
watching the podcast here, hopefully in the next couple episodes we'll be filming them, so you'll actually be able to see our beautiful backdrop and our beautiful faces.
Well, I'm glad I can make it.
Yeah, we were just about to wrap it up. We told Drake bye, and we thought, oh, we'll just talk about what we're going to do this weekend and then close it out.
Yeah. Well,
But Adam needs the 20 gauge out of the single shot for the use out of the safe, and I didn't know the combination.
yeah, I can
Yeah,
get it.
before our season starts, those youth get after it first, so we're all excited to take some kids out.
Losers.
Yeah.
Kids suck.
No, I'm excited to get out with some use, get some video going. We just finished the one video on YouTube. If you haven't seen it yet, you should go watch it.
Yeah, of Justin.
Yeah,
The
no one
barbecue
told me
Justin.
about that, so.
Dude, I
Turn your
I
notifications
texted I
on.
texted in the group and I said videos dropping Saturday.
Oh, shoot. Well, guess what, we know what we're doing out right after this.
Yeah, we're gonna go watch it.
It's not bad. I feel like it was put
That's
together
pretty
pretty
good.
well. I mean,
Let's check it out.
I mean-
it was kind of chaotic the whole weekend we hunted, and it always is with a youth because it's not hard getting them to talk to a camera.
No, it was
but-
it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun though.
So our listeners could watch that on YouTube,
Yep.
on the Triple Beam.
Yep, Triple Beam Outdoors
Awesome.
on YouTube.
Yeah,
Newest
sounds
video.
good.
We had several opportunities over the weekend, but we just couldn't Well,
We were
I
sleeping.
can't say we couldn't. We
I remember
just-
those phone calls.
It was kind of all our fault as well. I mean, I can't blame it all on him, but we did fall asleep one time because it was about as windy as today was, and you couldn't hear nothing.
Didn't a bird show up?
Yeah, we
come
fell
walking
asleep,
about
and
10 yards from.
I woke up and I was just like, looked up and I was like, I don't remember putting the decoys right there. And I looked over and was like, there's the decoys. Okay, that's a completely live.
he's
He wasn't
strutting
strutting
out
or
there.
nothing. He
No.
was just standing there. And, then I could see his big old beard and I was like, holy, and then I,
Yeah.
Reaches over, gets the gun from Justin, mows it down.
good job, buddy.
Sit down.
I don't
kid.
remember that.
Sit down, kid.
No, I couldn't. We were all kind of sitting apart from each other, and I couldn't wake him up. And then we ended up getting on a bird again that evening. Couldn't get him called in, and
Yeah, it was a mess. But
I
we got
just-
her. We
I
got
just,
her.
I just
killed.
have a funny story. One of my buddies, his name's Cody Irwin. He's down in Springfield, and he's about to marry into like a really big, hunting, large land, connoisseurs.
I ran cross with Cody.
Yeah, no, Cody is a really cool guy. Anyways, it's his first time out there hunting, and if you know Cody, he's just, all of it's new to him. So he's just like, this is so cool. And he was out pheasant hunting with his future father-in-law, and he's like, dude, I saw so many birds. And this is up in North Dakota. He goes, I saw so many birds, and man, I shot at so many. I know I never hit any of them. So I guess one morning it was just him and his father-in-law go out, and he goes, yeah, we were loaded. We had, each of us had 3 rounds, and a bird pops up, and, I point, and he shoots, and he goes, Cody, you got that one. Cody, he just didn't say anything. Cody in his head's like, well, I got 3 rounds, and I still have 3 rounds, and I don't think I shot that one. And they get back to the farmhouse or whatever, and I guess his father-in-law's super proud. He's like, yep, Cody got this one. Cody got his first bird. And Cody's like, no, I still have all
never
my
even
rounds.
shot.
Yeah, he's like, it was just the funniest story. So
that is fun.
anyways, but no, yeah, I think we're all excited to go out turkey hunting, and so excited we have to find youth to go mow down some birds with. That's always fun. I'm excited to watch the video, and
Heck yeah.
I know we're going to be closing out the podcast here. So
Yep. I guess is that it? Round table. Everyone's said their 2 cents.
yeah, we're just excited and ready for the next week to come up and opportunities to come up this weekend.
Absolutely.
Heck yeah. Well, I guess we don't do a super great job of promoting like where the podcast is. You can find it on. So you can find it on Spotify or YouTube. Hopefully Apple here soon.
Yeah.
But if you listen, if you would give us a rate the show, helps a lot. Gets it in front of some new eyes. Otherwise, like, comment, subscribe, YouTube, Triple Beam Outdoors.
Give some business to our sponsor, sorry,
Yep,
HLRBO.
Title sponsor, HLRBO. We got to thank them as always for putting up with all our shenanigans, I'll say, first and foremost. But other than that, man, they've been a super great sponsor of ours and have really helped us along the way. And we watch them grow as well. So big shout out to HLRBO. If you need a hunting lease, Spencer, where can you find the hunting lease?
On HLRBO.com.
That's right.
They got a bunch of new leases actually just pop up. So
Yeah, so they should have a bunch popping up here soon. They're in all 49 states and Canada. So leases all over the place, man. If you're looking to branch out, Texas, Kansas, anywhere, you better look on there because they got them.
And they have a bunch of turkey leases.
Yep, they go quick. So check them out, hlrbo.com. Other than that, I think we are finishing this one out. So wrap your tag around the main beam. We will see you on the next one.